All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Let's Get Into It. We are here at Pink Taco, historic Sunset Boulevard. The first thing I want to do is I want to introduce someone who is an international star.
Handsome, extremely handsome.
He's creative. He's a triple threat.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah. Could you dance?
Can
you dance?
Oh, he's gonna
break
dance.
it down.
Jencarlos Canela.
Oh, there we go.
It sounded beautiful how you said it.
Jencarlos
Canela, but my friends call me Jen. So we're amongst friends here. You guys call me Jen, but Jencarlos is enough. Canela is actually, for those that don't know, cinnamon in Spanish.
Cinnamon, right?
Yeah.
So some, the very few, call me Mr. Cinnamon.
Mr. Cinnamon, I like it.
I had a corny girlfriend once call me Cinnabon.
Well,
look, Robert's taking off his
Damn,
sweater. He's
Robert,
getting
hot in here. Let's go.
Damn.
And it ain't the salsa.
no, Jencarlos Canela. That's an interesting name.
I know, it's a long one, right?
Well, Jencarlos together, I've always tried to separate them, but
it's also a mistake.
Oh, all right, let's hear it.
My parents had me, and the nurse was American. She didn't understand, my Cuban parents talking to her in Spanish. And then when they said the name, Jencarlos, she misspelled it. It was supposed to be Jean Carlos, like my grandpa, great-grandpa. And she misspelled, she left out the A, and she put it all together. So it's Jencarlos, all as one name, without the A. And then my parents saw it and were like, leave it. It's all good.
Whatever, it's good.
Whatever. It's just, it's just the kid's name.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited you're here. I've been trying to get you on the show. You're the star of the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia.
One of.
Yeah.
There are many stars in that show.
That is true. There are many stars in that show. But you are Uncle Victor.
Uncle Vic. Amen. I got a message saying America's favorite uncle.
There we go. I like it.
Actually, it said TV's favorite uncle. It doesn't matter that it was from my mom. It's all good.
Well, the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia dropped on February 17th, and it's being talked about. It's being written about. People are reviewing it.
Crazy.
I mean, you guys are posting and having a good time with it. How has your experience been doing a show for Netflix?
I remember, hustling and working hard in my career, and saying, when Netflix came around and changed the game, I was like, one day, what would it be like to one day, turn on Netflix and see a project that I'm a part of in Netflix? I had it in the back of my head, and I really wanted to work toward that, right? So when I got this chance, it was beautiful, man. It was, you've walked into the lobby of Netflix. They have that huge wall,
amazing.
Huge LED wall.
Yeah.
It's an incredible lobby, and they put the projects, right? And I remember sitting there for the test, seeing that wall, and I was like, wow, look at this wall. This is incredible. It's just like, it feels so big when you're in there, right? And I'm like, hopefully, God, please, Diosito, dame la oportunidad one day to walk in this lobby and see a project of ours. So when we went to the premiere night, you don't know how much it meant to me to walk into those doors and see us and our show on that wall. Yeah. I was like, yo, we could do anything. We could do anything. Words are powerful, man. And when accompany them with action, and you take action and you prepare yourself so that when that opportunity comes, you grab it and you run with it. God is good, man. And I just felt so blessed in that moment. It was incredible.
Well, the show's terrific. You're amazing in it.
This fool's funny.
What I want to talk about is I was part of the production team, so I saw you coming.
I'm not going to let you say that.
No.
I'm not going to let you say that. I'm going to say, I tell this to people. The initial seed.
Oh, you don't got to tell me that. I've been around him for a long time.
But he's so humble, he won't say it, because obviously so many people have pitched in to make it what it is today, and it feels so far away from that initial seed.
Yeah.
But you cannot take away credit from yourself, because it was your initial seed that started this entire thing. You know
You're
what I'm
exactly
saying?
right. A lot of people don't know that. Except for this podcast. I created this motherfucker. You took it over. You rat bastard.
No. Jen, you can appreciate the idea that creativity comes from a lot of different places.
Yeah.
A lot of people have to be involved to get something going. And it took a bunch of people and really talented people to turn it into what it is. And it was nothing like what it started as. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But I was involved early on, so I saw tapes when you were reading for the part. Now, I wasn't aware whether or not Mario Lopez was going to play Uncle Vic, because that was sort of the plan.
10 years ago, right?
Right. So my understanding is that, hey, man, this is going to be Mario Lopez playing this part.
Big shoes to fill.
and things didn't work out, and they started looking for Uncle Vic, and then I saw your tape, and I have to say, you know what struck me about you is that you remind me of the delivery you have reminds me of Tom Cruise, like a Latino Tom Cruise.
I mean, bro,
has anyone ever said that to you? I'm not the first.
I've gotten the Tom Cruise thing before. It's never been like an acting comparison, because I think because of the black hair, green eyes, they're like they tell me the Tom Cruise thing before, but I had never gotten the comparison regarding the delivery. I love.
Yeah, he's great.
I mean, come on.
One of the biggest stars in the world.
Compliment. Thank you, man.
I think you're actually funnier than Tom Cruise.
Hey, this guy's got great timing.
Yeah, he's got great timing. Yeah.
No, your timing's amazing, and Davey, Dave, myself, and Tootie, we've had the Titty. Sorry, we've had the pleasure of watching you work and laughing alongside of you, and watching you grow and turn this character into something really special.
Thank you, guys.
Kind of walk me through when you got the call to read for it, how you heard about it, how did it go down?
I mean,
for
bro,
people that have no idea how you get a part like this, how did you get it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember hearing about the project, through my agency. I'm with CAA, and Ivan De Paz, which has been our manager on the acting side from the moment we started in this town. I heard about the role. Sorry, like everyone else, heard about the role. So I opened it, I read it, and it was just like, those moments that when you read something, you're like, I feel like my entire life makes a little more sense as I'm reading this project. And it's been like things that maybe I didn't have an explanation for before. At least now I can see them as preparation for this singular moment in my life.
I don't, and I have never felt that way, but that's amazing.
Bro, I felt that when I read the script. From the moment, the writing was so good. Bro, the writing was so good that it was just so easy to fall in love with that, with what was on that paper.
Yeah.
And I just connected with it. It resonated with me in a lot of ways in my personal life as well. And I fell in love with the character, bro. I fell in love with the character. And Mario Lopez was there the day that I auditioned, and Seth was there as well.
Yeah.
And then I remember doing the audition, and I get a call that same day from Eva Longoria, which is my sister, and we met through work, but then we became real close. And she's like, "Babe, they loved your audition. This and that. If Mario asked me about you, questions about you, like how was he working, what was his work ethic, this and that," and I told him, most humble, great, hardworking person. I was like, "Eva, thank you for lying to him." and it was like, I remember that call.
All true.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, this fool really connected with that thing. You can tell.
So was there various meetings, or was there just you read one time and then you got
I read that one time, and then and then I had to go in and test for it. Like what we call in the industry a test, which is like chemistry test, like with the people they think they want.
Yeah.
And then it's you and two other dudes in that room, and you're like, let's go. No, but in this case, I remember going into, I was waiting in the Netflix lobby, and there was no one else there. By the way, I haven't told this story before, but I remember going into that lobby, and there was 3 options for Ashley Garcia, and then it was me, right? And then our amazing casting director, one of them, was in the lobby, and then he goes to me, "It's just you, man. It's just
you reading with 3 Ashleys."
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's just you.
Oh.
So by that point, when he tells me it's just me, like I'm like, wait, what does this mean?
What does that mean?
Did he just tell me? Did it just slip? And he told me that if I go in there, obviously you have to go in there and nail it, right?
Right.
But then I got confused because Mario threw a curveball to me. I go into the test. I do the test with the 3 Ashleys, and Paulina was they were all incredible.
Yeah.
Dude. They were all incredible, but Paulina, she was the person for that role, bro.
She sparkles.
She is Ashley Garcia.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, bro.
Yeah.
But when I'm walking out of the test, Mario comes out and he's like, "Oh, dude, well, we just gotta test a few more victors in these next few days, and then we'll let you know." So
he was fucking with you.
Air's out of the balloon, bro.
So it was either one of two things. We hadn't closed the contract, and Mario's an incredible businessman and said, "Yo, there's some more options we're looking at,"
true, yeah.
which I believe. Which respect to him, because I love that. But it was awesome, and that wait, bro. I remember the most important moment for me. I get the call from Mario and from Netflix, and they say, "You have the part," right? And there was a lot of excitement in that call. But, bro, the best call I got wasn't that one. The best call that I got was telling my mom after that call. I remember telling my mom after that call, and that woman has screamed so loud and so proud that I'll never forget that call, never forget that moment. And she always tells me, "Mijo, no le digas a nadie, no le digas a nadie, don't say anything."
Superstition,
right?
Very superstitious.
And then when I told her in that call, I go, "Mom, guess what? I got the role." And she started screaming. She's like, "Don't tell anyone, don't tell anyone." And I go, "Mom, what are you talking about? They're gonna tell everyone. I got the part." And she's like, "Oh my God, okay, tell everyone. I'm gonna tell everyone too." And it was like a super awesome moment between us, bro, that I'll cherish forever, for sure.
Well, look, I think there's something really special about what happened with Ashley Garcia, because it became effortlessly diverse, and that's such an important thing to have in today's work, in today's industry. You know,
you couldn't have worded it any better, and that was one of the things that I felt most proud of being in that show, because I feel like, and I remember the saying that they used to tell us that Mario would say, "Don't hit him with a taco over the head."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's so right. He's so right, because at the end of the day, the Latinx story, you know, what this show does, it breaks the stereotype of representation. You know, being Latino, our biggest superpower is our diversity.
Right.
You know, when you're black, you know, my boys that are black, they're not, you don't hear them saying, "No, but you're black from Chicago, I'm black from Washington."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in the Latino community, it's different, because you say you're from Venezuela, it's completely different than being from Mexico.
Right.
Then completely different than being from Cuba. Completely different. Some are Caribbean, some are like South America, Central America. I mean, it's different. There's differences in our cultures, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel we need to learn that's what makes us who we are.
Right.
That's what makes us powerful and different than any other culture in the game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We are so rich in culture, so rich in storytelling, so rich in color, so rich in gastronomy, in just, bro, the list goes on and on and on. And the Latinx story, because now I tell the story of who I am. I grew up, bro, when I'm with my American friends, I realize how Latino I am, and when I'm with my Latino friends, I realize how American I am.
Right.
Like I'm like, they call me gringo, they call me Latino, so which one am I? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, until I realize, wait, I'm in the middle. I'm that glue. I'm part of that generation that understands both cultures enough to bridge those gaps together, and we need that glue more than ever today.
Yeah, we do.
More than ever. And this show is that glue, is the representation of that glue, bro.
Right.
There is so much diversity in this, and that's part of the Latinx story.
What makes us unique is the ability to be Americans and love what America gave us. Chevys, Kick cereal.
Chevy.
Chevys.
Chevy. Home Depot.
Walmart.
It's your
Got you.
roots. It's Topo Gigio. Come on, man. Connected to all of that, and still be American and Mexican, or American and Puerto Rican, or whatever it is what makes our show interesting, because it's distinctly American, right?
It is.
But it has like that dreamer spirit, and I love that. There is something really amazing about Seth Kurland and David Kendall, and not just them, their extended office, right, which is all of the writers.
All of the writers, dude.
That worked
so incredible.
That worked on the show.
It was pretty cool because, I mean, when I sat down with Seth and David initially, they were aware of our music career. And, you know, they told me, we want to work music into the character in that first meeting we had, right? But I think they wanted to use whatever was in our wheelhouse, you know, because that's common. You know, you grab the skill set that actor possesses and you try to create a new personality with those ingredients, right?
Yeah.
So it's not about putting on a mask, but peeling off layers so you find that character in you. And the more you can resort and recur to your assets, you know, the more comfortable you start feeling in his skin or her skin.
Right.
So I feel like definitely they made it known that it wasn't part of the plan, but then music ended up being something that connected the cast, like all of us.
Well, because you are musicians
in real life. Because I'm a singer-songwriter. Connor, which plays Tad, shreds the guitar, like rock and roll head. Like the guy loves music and has his punk rock band. Like is a guitarist, so we connected immediately, and then he's like my little brother now. Reed also loves the guitar, is a huge fan of music and plays the guitar. Paulina sang rancheras,
Right.
mariachi in San Antonio.
Right.
And then we find out in the last episode, bro, that even Bella has an incredible voice, by the way. But she always loved to hear us jam. So we were always jamming. And when I see that, I go to the showrunners, I go to Seth, and I go, listen to these songs. And I would invite Connor to the studio so he could be the guy to lay down the guitars. And I would say, we have such a talented cast. Like, we need to exploit this.
Yeah.
Like, this guy shreds the guitar. This guy. So, and I said, Paulina sings beautifully. We're actually helping her through my label develop her sound and develop her music
is that true?
as we speak.
Oh, wow. Congratulations to you and her.
Yes,
yeah,
man.
good.
So we're working with her, and she's gonna do some amazing stuff on the music side. But dude, I saw that I was motivated by it. It connected us all, and it ended up bleeding into the transitioning
That's
over
so
to
great.
the actual show.
Well, credit again to the writing team who were all superbly talented. I don't want to start naming them all because then I'll forget someone's name and they'll be mad. But yeah,
we had a couple on the other day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
we had Rosie and Heather.
Yeah,
they were on the show.
Humble and giving and nurturing, and that they
very generous.
They're so generous,
yeah.
dude. They created such an amazing environment for us to play in as actors. And they coached us and they guided us in such a humble way and a fun way, and it was incredible.
You know who the best character on the whole thing was?
No, you can't. Bro, again, it's not there.
It's not there.
It's not
That's a
coming.
spoiler.
Can't say it
That's
yet.
a spoiler.
Spoiler.
Oh.
Can't talk about
All right.
But
I know what you're gonna say too.
All right. Hey, should we order some burritos?
Yeah,
This
order
place
some
is good
burritos,
here,
will
huh?
you?
Or Burger King.
Or Burger King down the street.
But anyway, congratulations to you, to everybody that worked on the show, the cast and crew, everybody that was on the show. It was
the
it was a true
wardrobe
pleasure.
team,
Everybody.
the makeup team. I mean,
Amazing.
everyone.
So let's move
Set
on.
designers.
Check out the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia.
Yes.
It is amazing.
Yes,
you are
yes,
amazing
yes.
in
Thank you, man.
it. I want to move into your music career because I've been listening to your music. I've been watching videos. You obviously, you dance, you sing, you write, you produce other artists.
Yeah.
Is it true that you have a connection to Pitbull?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's been a mentor for me and like a big brother figure for me, and he's really taught me the business and the hustle of it, because he's a guy that, grabbed his platform and saw that as an opportunity to create something even bigger, and has branched out to other businesses and empowering other people. As a Latino, I take that L with me everywhere I go, dude. Like, I don't just, like, I feel like we're still very tribal, and even though we're all one, we do have tribes in society, and when you're a public figure, dude, you can do it for yourself and for your family, but at the end of the day, when someone shoots someone, they say the Latino,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They don't just say the name.
Yeah.
They feel the need to say who, like, their cultural
tribe.
background. Their tribe. To name their tribe. So whether you like it or not, bro, you are representing more than just yourself and your family when you are a public figure.
Right.
And I embrace that responsibility, man. I absolutely, it drives me, it feeds me. So I just being there and learning what these people they started. Tyler started with a play. Eva started, with the TV show. Mario started TV. Pitbull started with Tiene Tremendo Culo. And before that, that's when he started hitting.
Right.
Before that, he was doing underground rap.
Right.
So when you realize where they started from
Right.
and where they've gotten to me, that just gives me an inside look of what we're capable of and what we can achieve if we play our cards right and look at the bigger picture of things.
Yeah. So musically, you're sort of you're doing it all, and you've had a lot of great teachers, and in the business of entertainment, all the people you mentioned have hustled and made it in a lot of different areas. So what you are first and foremost is singer-songwriter, musician. So tell me about that. How did you figure that out? How did that get started?
My parents, they do a party every December 16th, right? And that story is even connected to how my dad immigrated to the United States. he was lost at sea for 7 days, went back to get his... I mean, my dad's story is so crazy. That's a topic for another day, bro. But the same way Mexicans have to cross that desert that we've lost so many of our brothers and sisters in, that 90-mile stretch from Cuba to Florida to Miami is an underwater cemetery. I mean, so many thousands and thousands and millions across along the decades have lost their lives at the bottom of those seas. And it's always, for me, it's been something that has connected me to the Mexican culture tremendously. Yeah. Tremendously. Like, when I hear about what's happening in the border, when I hear about, dude, just, I feel so connected to it. So connected to it. So when my dad finally gets to the States with his family, he made a promise on that journey that he would celebrate every December 16th. And it happens to be also happens to be my parents' anniversary. So they throw a huge party, and I grew up watching that party.
I love that,
bro. And my dad would invite live band. I mean, every time he could, he would tirar la casa por la ventana, como decimos. Like, he would throw a big party. We're talking about Hialeah, okay? Right. This is not Beverly Hills or West Hollywood. No, this is the hood. But we did it. We did it. We would celebrate. There was a lot to be thankful for. I remember telling my parents, I want to sing at the next party. My dad was a songwriter.
How old were you?
I was 6. Because my dad would write songs as a hobby, and I would see him sing with my older brother, and I was like, I want that connection with my dad. That's what it started for me. I want that connection with my dad. So then I go, yo, I want to sing at the next party. And I was 6. They laughed. They had fun. They were like, if you learn 2 songs, you could sing at the next party. So, bro, my mom took me to Ricky Records. I'll never forget. And I bought my songs. I listened to them all day, all night. We had a tape player. So it was finding that was a pain in the ass, bro. Like, trying to turn that wheel, the A side, the B side.
With the pencil?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I did it with my fingers. I was 6, so I could still fit my finger through it. And, bro, it was... So I learned the songs. I rehearsed the day before for my family in the living room. They approved. My mom bought me a little suit. I slept in the suit. No one could take me out of that suit. Comes December 16th, and my heart wants to come out of my chest. I just remember that feeling being when I got out there and I sang in front of my family and friends, and everyone was dancing and singing with me. I was like, I want to feel this forever. Like, this is it.
That was it, yeah.
This is it. That was a moment for me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he didn't know anyone in the business, so the way he would help me was every time he would find out a neighbor was going to throw a party, he'd knock on their door and be like, hey, my kid's got a little show set up. You mind if he performs at your party?
That's great.
And, bro, I started from backyard to backyard.
Yeah.
That is how we started.
That's awesome.
And it was that backyard. My dad was he's a very smart and creative man. So he wrote a song about celebrating your quinces, right? Your 15s. Yeah. And then he got someone on radio to play a little piece of it and give a phone number, which ended up calling to a call from a party planner. And my dad hustled his way into the party planner's, the thing he had going on. And he's like, look, make my kid the face of your party planning thing. Put him in these magazines that they would put in these salons for 15s and make him a part of your party planning. Like, every time, offer his service, and if they pay a little more, then, we get a little commission, and you bring him into the and he'll sing 2-3 songs. Bro, the guy said yes. So we now go from backyards to doing quinces. And then that was wild because sometimes we were doing 4 quinces a weekend.
Damn.
It started getting
what was
crazy.
The song? What were the songs you were singing?
Oh, bro, songs that he would write.
So really?
Yeah.
Your originals?
But how old were you? Were you still 6 at this time?
No, by this time I'm like 10 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I start... Yeah, and bro, the hustle was real.
Were they salsa? Were they salsa?
Oh my God, they were everything, bro.
Oh, really?
I was like una vitrola. Like, I was like playing everything I could. Whatever the guests wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You loved it.
I was having so much fun.
Yeah.
I was having an incredible time. And I really loved it. I really, really loved it, man. And then it escalated from there. And they see me singing at a festival once. My dad asked his buddy for a limo and printed out some pictures of me. And there was no social media. This is like, I'm 11, 12 years old now. and he calls a group of my cousins to stand outside the backstage of the festival with my pictures, and they're screaming my name, right? And I get there, and I'm laughing because I'm like, these are my cousins. This is the weirdest thing in the world.
It's smart.
Bro, and then the organizers are like, who's this kid? I'm showing up in a limo. These girls are screaming my name.
Dude, your dad was entrepreneur,
bro,
dude.
He was the idol maker, dude.
He was
the idol maker.
My dad is the OG, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
For
smart.
real. And then they let me in the festival, and I sang a little set of 3 songs, and God, that's why I say, man, when you pour action into the universe, it listens, and you form the path. You form the path. You know what I'm saying? Like God made us able, and this the higher energy and whatever you want to call it, made us able to really take ownership, and we are not taught socially how to use this earth to our full benefit.
True.
We are not because they don't no les conviene.
Right.
You know, the more predictable we are as humans, the more you can put a price tag on us, identify us, and create a business out of us.
Right.
But you know, we are way more powerful than what we've been told we are.
Right.
And our relationship with ourselves and with this earth, bro, is godly and it's powerful, and it's our God-given right to use it. So as we've become, from generation to generation, we've become more aware and more conscious of this, bro. So I firmly believe that all of those little steps, all of those actions led us where we are right now.
Right.
You know, all that hustle my dad put in, that belief, you know.
Then your love for it, too.
And my love for it, because I know so many kids that I started with, and they gave up a long time ago. Long time ago.
What was the big break? What was the big break?
I think it was that festival where...
Oh, really? It was that festival?
Well, yeah, because we did a few before getting to that festival, you know. But that festival was a big one because that's where the TV producers were in the audience, and they see me sing.
Yeah.
And then they tell my dad, and they ask me, yo, do you guys act? And by this time, I'm like 16, 17. And he goes to me, they say, well, we said... not really. And they're like, it's okay because we're going to do a pilot and the lead is a singer. So all you got to do is sing 3 songs. You'll say a few lines and that's it. And I went, did the pilot. Well, I was shitting bricks, to be honest with you. And, but I did it. And that was the beginning of our acting career. That's what opened the doors to us to start acting. Yeah. And then from there, it evolved eventually into my first lead role in a novella when I was 18, 19 years old. And my first, and the song of the soap was ours.
What?
And it was my first #1 on Billboard. Wow. So, you know, it was.
So the big break was sort of a long, big break, right?
Yeah. Bro, we haven't talked about the whole thing. Like,
that's
our story
amazing.
is so crazy, crazy. Even how that first #1 on Billboard came to be, and everything my mom used to do to motivate me. Just, I mean, dude, I could write a few books.
Let me ask you this: when it came to acting, did you study? Did you train? Did you take advice from anyone?
Yeah.
How did you become the actor that you are?
I mean, I feel like I was always, like, as a storyteller, bro, I'm an empath, low key. Like, you know, I believe in that. I believe that we all have our ingredients that make us who we are, right? But I did study, just to answer your question fully. Yeah. When I started getting my first opportunity, we saw that there was a future in that field. Yes, you know, Adriana Barraza was a huge help in my career. She really is the one responsible for giving me my first break. Yeah. You know, in TV in Spanish. And then, bro, I had so many people that really pitched in and helped me after that, from Sebastián Ligarde to Mauricio Islas to Lorena Rojas to, I mean, you name it, but
so
the
you
list
learned a
goes
little
on
bit
and on. I learned a little bit from each and every one of them, you know, and it really...
What I always find amazing about actors is their ability to drive a scene. Because there's one thing doing the lines and being an actor. The other thing is sort of driving your scene so that it feels like we're all going somewhere with you. I feel like you, Bella, Paulina, everyone in the cast really, have that ability to move a scene with a rhythmic feel so that you're just not watching people acting. You're actually seeing sort of movement. You know, you're seeing a driving storyline, and it's pretty amazing.
But that comes from like you've been in front of people since you were the age of 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been vulnerable in front of people since the age of 6. When you went out there, started singing, you put it all out there. So you got comfortable in that situation.
But not every singer can act. Let's be honest.
But he's also a songwriter, so he knows story. He's a storyteller at heart, so he gets it. When you read for that character, like you said, you just connected.
Tootie, I'm trying to mine something. I'm trying to go deep. I'm trying to go like 20 feet down.
Roberts, I know where you're going.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like trying to find out if there's alien life, and you're talking about.
Okay, all right. Go back. My bad. To be continued.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn,
No,
Jencarlos, let me tell you something right now.
We spoke about Tootie's famous, bro.
Yeah.
We spoke about you. We spoke about you in KTLA, bro.
What?
Sam asked
Crazy.
me, bro. Did you?
Oh
see
yeah,
that interview?
Sam loves
No.
him.
That's his
It's
homie
true.
right there.
Bro, everybody asked me for you at KTLA. The interview was about you.
No way.
For real. I couldn't even talk about anything else.
No.
I literally promise you that the
touching my
first
phone.
thing that they asked me, bro, was like, welcome, Jencarlos. We just have one question, bro. You know Tootie?
Stupid.
Bro, I promise you. And I go, yes,
But let me tell you what you've
Take
done on
it
this
easy.
podcast today.
This is hilarious.
Isn't that funny? You're a musician,
Yes, I am.
right? There's this site that we all love called extrememusic.com. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're owned by Sony.
Extrememusic.com?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, extrememusic.com is a library where composers go and put their music up. So Russ Emmanuel, who started this company, has really turned it into a science. So I did a movie, a documentary, and every single cut in my movie was from extrememusic.com. Have you heard of these types of libraries?
No.
Really? Is that true?
Amazing. They're
It's
amazing.
an amazing
For a
thing.
filmmaker, I'm going to use it tonight. I'm going to use it to give my editor who's putting together my film. He's going to use it for temp music.
So you grab music from extrememusic.com,
Yeah.
and then that's how you just purchase it on that streaming platform, and you use it into your films or project.
You make a deal with extrememusic.com
It's
to
pretty amazing,
license it, and it's non-exclusive. So once you purchase a tune, other filmmakers and other TV shows can use it too. In fact,
Oh, so once you purchase a song, it's not exclusive to your project.
no.
That's
places.
It's
It's
pretty amazing.
It's pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
you'll appreciate this. If you pick a song and you feel like you want to like make it softer, get rid of the drums, get rid of the guitar, you can literally remove that track.
Oh, so they have it
It'll-
stemmed out.
Yeah, they'll remix it for you right there, and in 5
crazy.
minutes you'll get like a new version of it
Okay,
without the
that
drums.
is badass.
It's very cool. It's important to the business that we all do.
for sure.
And, Russ Emmanuel is a big supporter of our show. Extrememusic.com is a sponsor of ours. So I just wanted to make sure I told you
course.
about it.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. And it's an amazing platform that all people involved in picking music for their movies or their commercials or their
TV shows,
TV
whatever.
shows,
Of
whatever
course,
it is. Go
of
check
course.
it out.
I love that, man.
Extrememusic.com for all your music needs.
I learned to like consciously be able to identify rhythm in comedy.
Oh, really? That's what I was
Um,
wondering.
But because of Seth and David and having that team around you where they're like, no, don't say it like that. Try it like this. Or, hey, go up on this because what's next, you want to deliver low. Like, you start learning those dynamics as you're in it, especially if you're surrounded by geniuses like that, you know? And I will tell you that it was easier for me to understand because of music.
Right.
So Seth used music a lot to communicate with me.
That's awesome.
And that's why I was able to like understand.
So
things
then
in a
that's
way
what I
where-
was seeing. That's what I was seeing.
I definitely
That's
think
amazing.
music was the thread that
And then-
definitely helped us communicate.
And
for
then
sure.
there was also times when you would bring a lot of heat and romance with a female character, and I always thought, even David Kendall would look at me and go like, wow, he's really bringing the heat. There's a lot of romance.
I gotta put some sauce in this Netflix stuff,
Yeah,
bro.
right? Is that what you were thinking? I gotta make, like, when you get too
I
close
gotta
to a girl.
let them know how it is.
Yeah, you get too close to a girl, you almost kiss her. Like, all of those scenes felt like you'd been there before.
That was a little bit of that novella world. It helps you with that,
there you
bro.
go. There you go.
Bro, the novella, like for novellas, it's not about the first time you sleep together.
Yeah,
That's
no.
that first kiss
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the first time you sleep together. Like that's like, so I mean, honestly speaking, this was a comedy, right?
Yeah.
So to me, there's something comedic about that over dramatization
Yeah.
of some things, but it's important, I think, to find a balance so that you don't lose the honesty in it either. You know what I'm saying? And you're not
so
doing
it's not goofy.
to be funny.
Right.
So I think that there definitely is something about like what I said, bro. This guy's naturally intense.
Yeah.
When it comes to but something laid back. Like it was always the challenge with Uncle Vic was finding that in between.
Yeah.
Where it's like when he has to bring the heat, he does, but there's something laid back about it that doesn't make it too much.
Yeah.
You got to find that right balance.
Yeah.
But
well, that was a lot of fun to watch. I mean,
that was fun to do.
There's a romance on the show that you and the actress Chelsea Kane create, right?
Yes.
It's Victor and Ava, and it's funny because I'm at the show watching you guys do this every day, and I was rooting for you guys to get together.
I was rooting for us to get together too, bro. No, honestly, like
how does it turn out? Who knows?
It was a lot of fun because imagine, like, bro, I'm in a scenario, I'm in a show, which I love, by the way, but all of my castmates are 15, 16, and 17 years old.
That's right.
So when I see this woman walk in, I'm like, yes. Like, and by the way, these kids are ahead of their time. Like, bro, we have like a big brother, little brother, big brother, little sister relationship. Like we are family. Yeah. So I had a blast with them. But that adult side of the show, I just think it's what makes it a family show instead of just a kids comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
That romance was fun to watch. We went back to the expanding universe of Ashley Garcia when we were talking about music.
Bro, it's that good though.
We keep going back to it.
But the thing is, they're attached because there's music in Ashley Garcia. It's just a beautiful thing to talk about, dude.
What's next for you musically?
We've always done stuff in Spanish. Like that's been my dad. His language was Spanish, so the doors he would knock on were in the strictly Latino Spanish community, and we've had the blessing of touring everywhere. Man, Latin America has been a fundamental part of our story. Yeah. And I've shared a lot of great moments with them. The live tour is my favorite part of what I do, musically speaking, because like I don't know what happens to me, dude. Like I just transform into something else. Yeah. It's like I've jumped off speakers. Bro, I'm telling you, like I'm not even kidding. I go nuts. Like
crowd dive? Did you crowd dive?
I haven't crowd yet, but I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it
crowd
yet.
Doven?
Crowd doven? I haven't crowd doven yet. No. But we've been working on English sound for a while. And we've had songs that I've said, my God, this is a number one. This is number one. But you see, I'm a bit of a dreamer, and not just a dreamer, but I tend to see a little more than just a hit song. I don't want a hit song. Like I want a sound in English. The same thing that we have been able to do in Spanish, fusioning that reggae feel with what we do. We have a song coming out now, the 28th of February, called "Relax." That is, bro. I'm in love with it. It's featuring Joe Mercer Marley, which is Bob Marley's grandson.
Oh wow,
Stephen Marley's son. We have a triple diamond record. We were pioneers in fusioning in Spanish reggae with urban elements and tropical elements.
I've heard you do that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So then when we did it in 2016, there was not. I remember a friend of mine from the Grammys calling me and saying, "We don't even know what category to put this in."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's worth more than me.
That's where it's at, right? That's where it's at.
Yeah, because you start believing in a sound, and there's nothing better as a musician than people hearing something and saying, "That's Jen. That's Bruno. That's." It's the sound.
So you're working. You're working.
So we've been working on it. We've been working on it for a while, and I feel closer than ever. Yeah. Now this song coming out February 28th is Spanglish, and then we have some more music coming out after that. So we have a lot of music coming. This
that's
year,
exciting.
Man.
By the way, congratulations on all of it, because you're killing in music, you're killing on tour, you're killing on TV.
Thank you, man.
One thing I'm very jealous of.
His looks.
Well, okay, so 3 things I'm really jealous of, but one of the things I'm really jealous
You're
of
pretty
is
good
how
looking,
you.
Robert.
Yeah, thank you.
He is very pretty.
I got a face for radio.
And you're good at it.
Yeah, but no. One of the things I'm really jealous of is that your command of the Spanish language and your command of the English language. You really are terrific in both, and you express yourself
Thanks, man.
the same way in both. I can't do that.
I thank my dad for that. I mean, I was born and raised in the States, and speaking English is obviously, what I've done my entire life. But my dad doesn't speak a lick of English.
Is that true?
For real.
Oh,
and,
wow.
and he just, it was still till this day, we speak Spanish around my dad.
That's very cool. I don't want to not move into another area because I think this is really cool.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fans. I'm talking millions of people following you on Instagram and on social media. I've noticed.
So you got to plug this show.
Yeah, no.
You already know.
What I didn't. Yeah, for sure. No, what I didn't realize, because when we first met, I didn't know about you and all your fans and all the different fan sites.
But we knew about you, Roberts.
Yeah, thank you. But I started following you, who I thought was you, and I realized I was following like 10 different people on Instagram. Yeah, and it was never you until I finally asked you, like, which one's mine? Yeah, which one's yours? And you told me, but how does that work?
The one with the blue check, Robert.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
I
called
didn't know that.
verified.
The Instagram.
He still calls it the Instagram.
You should know
Facebook.
that, millennial.
There are a lot of. Are they fans? Are they fan sites? Are they fan clubs? Is it you? It's not just you.
No. I have nothing to do with that. There are. I mean, the last time I checked, there were about 108.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
amazing.
Canelitas, which is my favorite.
Those are my girls.
That's my favorite. So those are girls.
Those are my girls. Those are my girls. Yeah.
And there's.
I mean, but you know what I do know, bro? I know that when I go to a country that I've never been to, and someone comes up to you that you've never met in person and hugs you in a more sincere way than even some family members do at times.
right.
Bro, that's what I remember. You know
That's
what
how
I'm saying?
Teddy hugs everybody.
Like, yeah, any artist. I mean, I can't speak for other artists, but like, I like to be real and transparent.
Yeah.
I appreciate every single one of our fans, and even though I don't know their face, and even though I may not know their name, I appreciate their existence. And I know that volume and that number, it just motivates me. It drives me.
I do find it amazing how many people are posting your stuff. And I didn't realize that it wasn't coming directly from you. These are people that love you, love your music, love what you're up to, and are posting constantly about what you're up to and how you're doing it. So that's pretty cool that you appreciate them like that. That's pretty awesome.
It's. I mean, they become an extension of you and your team. Really,
Yeah.
They help get the message out there to more people and bring more people along the journey.
It's the cutest thing in the world.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's the cutest thing in the world when I put up a post of you and me, or you, me and Mario, or you, me and the show, or you, me and Teddy, like whatever, and all of a sudden all these fan pages start posting the same picture, and they're very kind.
Yeah.
And they say, Ice Roberts, and the whole thing. So that's an amazing
I like
thing.
it when they mark out Roberts' face and just
or cut me out of it. But yeah, so that's cool. So thanks for clearing that up, because there's a lot of people following you and a lot of people loving on you and loving what you're doing. So
it's mutual.
Yeah,
man.
that's very
It's
cool.
mutual,
And thank you to all those fans that are out there, supporting you and putting the word out worldwide,
Big
bro.
thank you.
Worldwide.
Big
Big thank you. Yeah, right?
It's crazy, man, because those
Acknowledged.
Spanish TV shows,
Respect.
those Spanish TV shows, which we have music in, and on the TV side, when these shows get done, they get resold. I mean, our Spanish shows have been resold to more than 180 countries.
You know the number one country? You're going to trip out when I tell you this. Who purchased those? Russia. Did you know that? Do you know novellas in Russia are huge?
I mean, I know.
Spanish novellas?
Yes. They must like dub them, but in Russia, I didn't believe it. And then I did some research, and I was like, holy shit. They're like the number one purchaser of novellas.
No, and
It's
we've
Russia.
been to and we've been to Europe. We've been to the French Polynesian. We've been to so many different places. I know that we have fan clubs in Africa, Czech Republic. I mean, in Israel, in so many. I'm missing out on so many, places that I every time I see Slovenia, every time I see just names like that of places that I only dream of going one day.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This is the most incredible thing, man. This is like our work, even though I physically haven't had the chance to be there, our work has found its way to a home in this place.
That's dope.
And has connected with a family that is listening to our body of work in their language and you're creating a bond with. But that is incredible. And then through music now, you put out a song, and dude, it is available everywhere, all around the globe for people to listen to and jam to.
What's a good song that if people were listening that they want to go hear your music? What's something that they can look for on iTunes and be like, oh, this would be a
man.
good.
I mean,
Is
look,
there one
if
that
you put
love?
Jencarlos, Jencarlos, whether you're on Apple Music or whether you're on Spotify,
Whatever.
whether you go to YouTube, I mean, you're gonna get all the stuff we've done, you know. And I can't tell you one specifically. I love that reggae fusion came to me not from the get-go, not from the beginning of my career. I slowly but surely evolved to that point of creating that sound, you know. So,
Right. So go check it out.
from Bajito on, which is the name of the song that reggae, that was my declaration of like,
Bajito,
this
okay.
is something that I love as our sound. It's called Bajito, Bajito. That was where that whole sound
So
started.
that's one you can go check out immediately and go
Bajito.
listen up. But,
Also, do you know Jose Feliciano?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, we have a song together, a version of Alleluia in Spanish that I'm so proud of.
Dude, I love that
Dude, he's
song.
an
It's a
icon.
beautiful song.
And yeah, we did that song together,
He's
so
a
that was
legend.
pretty cool. He's a legend, man.
yeah.
He's a legend, so it's pretty awesome.
I want to end on this because this is, again, it's kind of like a roast, right? Obviously, I care about you. I think you're a terrific person.
Let's go. I can take it.
But one thing that's also very unique about your energy is that on the set, you would come in and hug everybody. I'm talking about, our DP, the craft service guy, everybody. You hug everybody without prejudice. Like everybody got a hug, everybody got some love. And it was amazing because everyone appreciated it. And I know you don't hear it, right? Because you move on and you go to work. But the love that you leave behind on a set, on the stage was remarkable. People felt it. They loved it. It motivated the day, got people excited about working on the show. You made people feel welcomed and loved and appreciated. And not everyone does that in this business. And I've got to say, it was an amazing thing to watch and to be part of. I got some love every time I saw you, but it's almost like it's part of your stamp. It's part of who you are, that everyone gets respect and love from Jen.
Bro, I just...
Except Dave. Dave never got
true.
any of that.
That's not true. Come
That's
on.
not true.
I got
Come
mad
on.
love.
He
from
got
this
mad
guy
love.
on
He
set.
did, right? See, I'm
man.
telling
Seriously,
you.
every time I was there, this guy gave me mad love.
Isn't that crazy?
Always,
It's not
man.
crazy because this was real.
Because that's how he
Yeah.
is.
Amen, bro.
Because that's
Amen.
love.
I
But say
mean-
something about that. What's that about?
The only thing I can say, honestly, bro, is that I just feel like, look, I've been in situations where I don't feel listened to, where like you could have a great idea and you want to tell someone, you want to get some feedback. You want, and it's not all the times. It could circle back to wanting or seeking validation. But honestly speaking, even the times it's not, even the times it's just to share an opinion, and be taken into consideration and feel like I have a space in this place. You know what I'm saying? That is being valued and taken into consideration, by a team of people, that we're, dude, the catering guy serves us every day. So I don't know, bro. It's just, to me, I don't know people's titles. Like, still to this very day, I walk into that set, I don't know what he does in Netflix. I don't know what he does in. There was a time where I didn't know. I didn't know what he does in Mario's team. I don't know what he does. I didn't know. But I don't care. I don't care to know those titles. You know why? Because it's not going to change how I'm going to go up to someone.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You'd be surprised how many people do care about
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah. You
Very
would
true.
be.
dude, people. I think we should all be seen.
Yeah.
Be seen. We should all be valued. Like, we all pitch in somehow, some way.
Yeah.
So like those little details. I heard a story once that was like, it meant the world to me, and it was a big moment for me. And I remember the story of this cleaning lady that was working in a novella set, and every single morning the sewer would let out water in the main entrance of the place where all the actors would come in, and she was the cleaning lady during one of the shows that her favorite actor was on. So her job was to come in at 7 in the morning, but she knew that water was coming out at 6:30. So she would get there 30 minutes before to dry up that floor so that when her favorite actor would walk in, he would have a dry floor to walk through. A lot of people don't. She never told anyone that she was getting there at 6:30. You would never know if you saw her, So one day, the actor is coming in, and she gathers the courage to tell him, "Oh my God, you're my favorite actor. I just, I would love a picture for you." I mean, this lady is getting up extra early to make it to this place
just for him.
Just the love she has for him.
Yeah.
And he completely disregards her and doesn't take a picture. She's heartbroken. She was so heartbroken that she's like, she didn't wake up at 6:30 that day. But when she gets to work at 7, there's an ambulance outside, and the guy had slipped, fell, and broke his leg. But that goes to show, bro, that you should, regardless of anything and everything, treat everyone the same and treat people kindly. But you never know, bro. Yep. You never know the impact that person is having in some way, shape, or form in your life. Yeah. And you just have to be mindful of it and tell people you see them, and celebrate them.
Well, it was a beautiful thing to see. I want you to know that people appreciated it. I'm sure they told you. Everyone appreciated it. Extras, stand-ins, people making the food, people producing the show, like whatever. Yeah. Everyone felt it, and it was a really, it was an enlightening, fun thing to get. Get love from you and to be there doing it. So I have mad respect for you. For treating human beings like human beings. What a cool thing, right?
It's the normal thing, bro. It's what we should do, right?
Yeah. But I didn't want to end without saying that, because that was one of the coolest things. And then congratulations on all of your success. Well deserved. You're super talented. Looking forward to the next 8 of Ashley Garcia.
Crazy,
right?
I think so. I thought you meant the next 8 seasons.
No. I mean, I think
you're right.
That would be cool.
Did you imagine?
I did.
That would be
I thought it when you said 8. The next 8, I was like, he's talking about 8
seasons. Wouldn't that be amazing? But no, it's it's been a pleasure meeting you and working with you. And,
likewise,
thank you for showing up here. I know you're busy with a lot of stuff.
No way, bro.
But hey, check out his music. Check out the Expanding Universe of Ashley Garcia.
Yes.
And give some love.
And one last thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Jen, thank
February
you.
28th. February 28th, the single Relax is coming out. It's going to be available everywhere. Just to remind y'all, and the show, The Expanding Universe of Ashley Garcia. Y'all gotta watch it. Thank you so much.